In a world where the ground feels shaky and memory is optional, two men will rise, armed with microphones, dry humor, and a suspicious number of pill bottles. They'll face tremors, stiffness, and the ultimate challenge, recording a podcast without forgetting what they were talking about. This is where Parkinson's gets real. This is Life in Motion, the Parkinsons podcast. Rated P for please take your meds first. Now, grab your earbuds, unless you forgot where you put them. Then just turn the volume up because today's episode is ready to go. Now, here are Bryce and Brian.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Life in Motion, the Parkinson podcast. I'm Bryce and I'm here with my buddy Brian, and we are so glad you're here with us today. How you doing, Brian?
Doing great. Look forward to another great show, my friend.
Oh, you know what? It's we had such a fun show last week. Thinking about was it Parkinson's? It was just me, and it was really resonated with a lot of people. So I kind of wanted to double down on this one, Brian, because I think this one for me, and this has happened to me all week, and it happened again, and it drives me bananas. And I think it might drive you bananas a little bit too. But so today I want to talk about a topic again. It's close to home. We're talking about brain fog, memory problems, attention slip-ups that happen with Parkinson's. The kind of stuff that does to make you stop and go, wait, is this PD or am I losing my mind? You ever deal with that?
For me, I call it losing my satellite signal. Satellite, it's locked on and all of a sudden it just moves.
Yeah,
and you forget to walk in a room. Why am I here?
Poof. It's just, I literally, we were talking before, and I was doing I walked into this place this week. I literally walked in and I walked right in, and I literally got inside and I forgot why I was there. I had no idea what I came for. And it's almost like frightening at first, because it's kind of like I know where I am, and I'm like, wait a minute. Why am I here? Like, what am I doing? So I frantically, I go to my cell phone and I frantically start looking through my cell phone, and I'm like trying to see my wife's text, like what it, like, saying like, don't forget the bread, or, what it might be. I can't find anything on my cell phone. I don't have any clues in my pocket. I have no notes. And I'm kind of like, I just don't remember why I'm there. It'd be freaky.
Yeah, it's the opposite of deer in the headlights. You can't see the headlights, and you don't know you were supposed to be looking at the headlights. You know what I mean?
You can't do that to me. I had a cold this week, and you're going to make me cough. But it's exactly. So that's what we're going to talk about: what it looks like, what we've experienced, and what helps. And also, we're going to play also one of our favorite games here. And unfortunately, I think you're going to go solo again today, but that's okay. That's okay. This has been one of those weeks.
I haven't gotten over D in the competition from last week, so I'm
oh my God.
Solo.
You guys needed about 100 questions last week. It was like, I made me rethink about how we're going to do these questions, because it was like, you were like, you guys were awesome. It was really cool. And that was so much fun. D was a blast. It was a lot of fun, but we're going to get back into it. And if you want to join us on the podcast and be a contestant in Shaky or Fakey, and kind of like show Brian up a bit, just like D did. And listen, you don't have to be like some polished like it was like we just come on and have fun, and we enjoy it, and we get to talk to you and meet you a little bit. So don't be shy. There's a link in the description below. Simple form. Who are you? What's your phone? What's your email address? Let's get in touch and let's come on in, have some fun with us. It'll be great, right, Brian?
Absolutely. We're just simple folk looking to educate and entertain people. And you know what? I really enjoy the competition with some fresh blood.
Yeah, there you go.
When we can get it, it's awesome. So
there we go.
Please fill out the form.
And you never know. You know what? Like when we're talking beforehand, you never know. Me and you, whoever the viewer showdown, we might have a secret plan. Like I might maybe float you an answer here and there. So don't be a trivia expert either.
I'm on my toes. I'm on to you now.
Well, now we're writing the answers down, so we're really ahead of it. Like we're making sure we got this covered up. But let's get into this today's topic a little bit. But I've joked before, and I've done some of the funny videos on it about this thing that I have, and it's like that when you start a sentence and then you lose your train of thought. Well, now I feel like lately it's becoming more of a hobby. It really is. It's becoming a hobby. Like I start saying something and I'm just like, oh my God. And it's just gone. Like gone. Did that ever happen to you?
Yeah. I call it my new 5-second rule. When you drop something on the floor, you got 5 seconds to pick it up, or you got to throw it out. Well, if I walk in the room, I give myself 5 seconds to try and remember what the heck I'm doing here.
And then if you don't, what do you do?
Move on. I can't do anything about that because I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
It's sort of like 1, 2, please, 3, 4, please. And for me, like even like forgetting where you are in a sentence, like as I'm talking, like talk about fear, like look at what we're doing right now. Like look, we're sitting here chit chatting, we're having a thing, and I mean, literally, I have to go and face this fear. Like I must be. I must like self-punishment. I must be able, I must like, beating myself up because this is the worst thing I could do if I was scared of it, but yet we do it, right? And we have fun with it. But the bottom line is, I think as we get into these crazy things that are happening, is this memory fog, this brain fog, this memory lapse, right? And forgetting things is that, we have choices to make when it happens, right? Like you said, you give yourself a 5-second rule. And if you can't remember or it doesn't come to you, then you move on, right? Maybe Lori gets mad when you get home because you forgot the milk.
That happens all the time. But what would really be, think of this situation. You open up a FaceTime and so I say I'm FaceTiming my sister, and her face pops up on the screen, and then I go, "Why the hell did I call you?" Like, right? I came that close to that happening once. I just had hit the call button. Because then I backed off and I went, "Why am I calling her? What did I want to talk about?" Crazy.
That's when my line would be, I would be like that song, like, I just called to say
exactly.
I love you.
Stevie Wonder.
And she'd be like, "Oh my God, Brian, you're the best brother ever."
Meanwhile, I'm going through a brain cramp.
Oh man, right? I think that's kind of like, I think it's interesting. I think we can have those go-to things, and I think that everybody's. So if you've experienced this, let us know in the comments. Let us know, what crazy things you've done or forgotten, or where your brain fog's led you. But I think it's really important to either have that go-to thing, like you said, you got your 5-second rule. If I don't have it in 5 seconds, I'm going to move on, and it's okay. And for me as well, it's like the things like that. Like I'm like, if I forget, I'm going to have something funny to say or something to react with, because I think this Parkinson's affects things like the working memory, your attention span, your word retrieval. That's me, word retrieval. I can see the word, I know the word, I can't do it. And then what that all does, though, it leads to mental fatigue. So it's not just physical, right? It messes with your mind, and that mental fatigue is rough.
I was just going to say, I find the mental fatigue kicks in more when I've had the physical fatigue of a sleepless night, as an example, right?
Yes.
When I get this sleep impediment, that next day I'm beyond sluggish.
100%. Absolutely, yeah. And it's sort of funny. Like if you never hear that analogy back in the day, and I don't know if it's still done. I mean, but back in the day, you say, people would say, like, if I have a job that's mentally stressful and mentally taxing, I'm just as tired as if somebody who was, loading a truck all day long.
Yeah.
And so you think about that, these moments of just trying to focus and trying to concentrate, trying to concentrate, they just wipe you out. They really do. Right. So if you're listening, or, if you're listening or watching and wondering if you're the only one forgetting the names or blanking out mid-story, trust us, you are not alone. And so I think that we're going to get right into this, Brian. I'm going to play some Shaky or Fakey with you right now, and I think that we'll get right in because it's kind of lends right to what we're talking about. So I'm going to ask you some questions. The Shaky or Fakey, you know how to play. And again, we need you. We want you. Please go to the description, click on that link in the description, and it's a short little form, and you can join us and be a viewer. Do the Viewer Showdown against Brian for this. But again, Shaky is true, Fakey's false. Right. So today, you know what I almost said? I said today Brian's going to go head to head with, and and I almost said, like, I was like so excited for the D's here again. But anyway, here's the questions. Okay, so let's go. Question number 1, and you play along in the comments. You never know if someone does really well and plays along. We may just pull you out and send you a prize. We've done that before. Actually, we've sent someone a Life in Motion cup just out of the comments. So here we go. Question number 1, Brian. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
Okay. Parkinson's only affects the dopamine system in the brain. Parkinson's only affects the dopamine system in the brain.
I'm going to go Fakey on that.
Brian, you're going to go Fakey? All right. And in the comments, Shaky or Fakey? Fakey's false. And the answer is, you're correct. You're 1 for 1. It also affects serotonin, norepinephrine, and other systems. I don't know if I said that right. Let's see if this closed caption comes out.
I call those university words.
Yeah.
Not grade 5.
Yeah. I just man, that one question last week we were talking, and it was like the motor function crosses. I'm like, like I had no idea what I was talking about. But neoreferine. Anyway, so not so interesting. Serotonin, right? And dopamine and neoreferine. So there you go. So good, 1 for 1. Amazing. Amazing.
You shouldn't be surprised.
I'm so shocked. I know. I'm so shocked.
Like,
I'm so shocked. Like Brian's 1 for 1. Like that's just shocking. And I keep trying to go harder and harder. And I try to.
It says expert generalist. There's a reason for that.
I forgot to bring that up. I noticed that. Look at that. Expert generalist, self-proclaimed expert generalist. Oh, that's amazing. So let me ask you a question. If someone beats you the next week, are you the expert generalist or are you like the wannabe expert generalist?
No, it's the expert. I'm the expert generalist that just got beat.
It's like the old dog on the porch. Anyway, so
exactly.
Question number 2. Okay, question number 2. Shaky or Fakey, Brian? Word finding difficulties. That's me, right? Boom. You gotta know this one. Are a common non-motor. Oh, like really? Are a common non-motor symptom of Parkinson's.
So can you repeat that? I missed the beginning of it.
Okay, word finding difficulties. Word finding difficulties are a common non-motor symptom of Parkinson's.
I'm going to go shaky.
And the answer is shaky. Very correct. As a matter of fact, your partner across the street here, across the camera, is the one that suffers with it. But it is a well-documented symptom in many people with PD. I don't like that one, but it is well-documented. Okay, 2 for 2. 2 for 2. Here we go. Question number 3. In the comments, you can put your answers shaky or fakey. And when you put shaky or fakey, put 1, 2, or 3 in front of it. So if we're watching a replay, we can say, oh, it was 1, it was shaky, fakey. Do you know what it is? So put 1, 2, 3, whatever it is. 1, shaky. Anyway, question number 3, right? And all those watching and listening, mental fatigue in Parkinson's is mostly caused by medication side effects. Mental fatigue in Parkinson's is mostly caused by medication side effects. Is that shaky or is that fakey?
I think that's a fakey.
And you're wrong. No, I'm fakey. I'm being fakey. No, I'm being fakey. It was shaky. You got it. 3 for 3. It can be influenced by medication, but it also is a direct result of the disease process and brain chemistry changes. So it can be from medication, but it's also from a lot of other things. I'm
back. 3 for 3.
3 for 3.
You hate that. I know you do. You hate that.
No, I do. It's driving me bananas. I'm like looking at number 2, and I'm like, Bryce, come on, man. Like when you Google these questions and go to like I answered. I told you like this is me. I forget words, and that's it. And so it's like, what the heck? What the heck?
You don't forget words. You just make words up. There's a difference. If you forget words, it's a real word, but you make words up.
I do. I but I'm gonna argue that my words are really good words. Like if you really
fantastic
them, they're so good and they make sense. And I think we should adopt them. I think we should have
if you submit them to Webster's every year, they do adopt new words every year. You could be the leader of that charge. You could be the word man.
It could be like podcast words. It could be like a new section. Because I think that is, and then it saves me every time because I just. You know what? Okay, so here's how I experience it, right? So I don't know what it is, but I don't know, Brian, if this is just me. Okay, here's another PD thing. I don't know if it's just me, but So I used to play hockey. I used to play hockey a lot, and I was a visualized person. So literally, I'd be standing there waiting to start the game, and I started visualizing, taking the face off, and I visualized scoring goals. I visualized winning, and I don't know. I did that at a really young age. No one told me to do that. I didn't read it in some self-help book or something. That's what I did, and it seemed to work pretty good for me because I actually did pretty well at it. So a lot of times I visualize things, right? So I visualize this podcast and what we've done on it and what we're doing and how it's working, and I see us saying things and stuff. So a lot of times I see things in my head as even when I'm talking. So when I'm talking to you about, let's say I'm going to talk to you about a singer, okay, that back in the day used to sing a song, and he had on blue jeans and a white shirt, and he had like what are those things called, that bandana in his pants, like on his back of his back thing, and he was talking. Yeah, back pocket. And he was singing a song like "Born Somewhere." He was born somewhere, and I think he was from New Jersey or New York. Like his name was Bruce.
He was the boss.
There you go. Right. So born in the USA. I think so. I see that picture of him, like what I just described to you. When I started thinking about a singer, I'm like, hey, I'll do Born in the USA. I see him. I see it. I see him. So now when I'm telling a story, sometimes I'm seeing the vision of what I'm talking about, which makes this even worse because I will tell the story. I'll tell somebody about what we just talked about. I say, hey, I talked to Brian on the podcast, and I was talking about, that guy, the guy, and I can't get his name, but I can see him now. I see him standing there in his white shirt and blue jeans, and I got the bandana in his back pocket. I can hear the dun, 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 and I can't tell you the name. And it just blows my mind. It's so frustrating.
It's like a brain freeze.
It's completely a freeze. It's not even. And sometimes it goes from freeze to shudder. And when you get the shudder, that's where you get the words, because I go brr brr ruining springtime. It's like it starts to come. And so you're right. It is like that. It's like a freeze. It's like a freeze/shudder for me. And
interesting.
Yeah, it's really wild.
It's interesting you use that virtual visualization as an example. I read a book once. It was called The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari, and I can't think of the author's name for the life of me.
The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari.
The monk.
I thought you said the monkey. I was like, monkey. I'm like, what kind of books are you reading, bro?
No, the monk who sold his Ferrari, and this is a motivational, educational type book. But in there, he wrote one section of the book was about the monk visualizing for a year or more, even playing the particular golf course that he likes. And he pictured himself parring every hole, but he played the hole over and over, or the 18 holes over and over in his mind. So then, and I can't say whether it wasn't days later, but years later, he got the opportunity to go play that course. What do you think happened? He parred every hole. So it was it was a well-written, it's a great book if people want to go and check it out. But it's called The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. And I read that probably over 20 years ago. And I still remember that. Yeah.
No way. That's interesting. So I heard a similar story. Mike Weir was a golfer from Canada, and I lived in Florida for 10 years. I used to go to the big golf tournament in St. Augustine, Florida, every year. And so I followed Mike Weir around one year, and it was interesting. Yeah, it was really nice. And but he used to say this story that when he was having a bad game, he'd see like water on the left, right? He'd see water on the left, and he'd go like, okay, don't hit the water, don't hit the water,
right.
Don't hit the water, don't hit the water, just stay right, don't hit the water, stay right, don't hit the water. And he said he swing and he hit the water, and he realized that he was thinking about and concentrating so much on the water, even though he was saying don't hit the water, stay away from the water. He was thinking so much about the water that he hit the water. And so I guess like what I'm trying to say out loud is what I'm trying to say from the inside and out loud is that could that be a technique that we use for Parkinson's? Could it be like stop worrying about it and maybe it won't happen, or what are your thoughts there?
This brief interruption is brought to you by no one. No sponsors, no miracle cures. No one paid us to say this. But if someone wants to sponsor us, we are absolutely available. In the meantime, take a deep breath, stretch something, maybe check if it's time for your next pill. And yes, we'll wait. Now back to the show, already in progress, unless Brian forgot to hit record.
That's interesting. I think that's got some credibility for sure. I can see that working.
Well, I'm wondering if we stress so much about the things that might happen, right? And then we always talked about it. When we think about it, we're talking about mental fatigue, physical, fatigue. I was going to say fatigue. That's going to be a new word, fatigue. Physical fatigue and mental fatigue, right? And we said when we're concentrating so much and working so hard with our minds, it gets exhausting, right? We're tired. So if we are focusing and concentrating so much on the fact that like, okay, I'll bring an example up, and I'm going to throw it at you. I'm going to throw you under the bus, whether
please.
whether you do it or not. Okay, so I remember back in one of the episodes before, I don't know which number, but you were talking about your freezing, and you only freeze in the between this time and this time, and you freeze 5 times, right, or something. Was it 5? Am I right? Okay, 5 times. What a memory! Look at that memory recall. See how you recall that so fast? But it was 5 times, and so let me ask you this: have you ever been at the point where it's like, you're counting them off, right? I did 1, I did 2. I hit 3. Oh, there's number 4. I have 1 left. There's one more coming. There's one more coming. There, before 9:30 or whatever, before 6 o'clock, there's one more coming. There's one more coming. There's one more coming. And then you hit it. I did it. And now it's over. Do you think, like, when you get to that number 4, do you ever think, like, in your head, oh, I got 1 more left. I'm counting them off.
I haven't, and I don't know why. That's an interesting way to look at it, for sure. I probably will going forward now, because you planted the seed.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just thinking, like, could you trick your head out? Say, like, you know what?
I think you can.
On number 4, hey, this was number 5. I'm done, and see what happens.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, just
over.
Like in your head, like, hey, that's 5. Hey, I hit 5. I did 5.
Yep.
I'm there. I've got it. I don't know. It's like, but then my whole point being is that when we're so focused, and because we know it, right? Like, if I literally sit here and go, holy God, okay, you know what? We've been going now for 21 minutes or 19 minutes and 51 seconds. 19 minutes and 50 already? And that's crazy. I just thought that's my ADHD right there. It's like 19 minutes. That's been 90 minutes. But we've been going this for 19 minutes, and I'm thinking, I've remembered everything. Oh my God, I'm almost done. Like, I'm getting there. I've got this. I'm not gonna. And I start thinking about it, and I start concentrating on the fact that this may and could and should and supposed to happen. And I get tired. I get mentally fatigued, and it happens. I don't know. It's crazy. It's just a thought. Crazy thought.
It's good. No, I wouldn't call it crazy. I think it's a very interesting thought.
Okay, well, let's hang that one on the door on that one, because I've got something that I don't have explanation for. Okay, I don't have a theory behind it. My whole point of this is I think that we need to have escape routes, right? I think that everything we do, maybe don't focus on it, but have an escape route. You know what? I'm going to have a great day today at the grocery store. I'm going to remember everything that Lori told me to get. Right? I'm not going to forget. I'm not going to forget anything. But if something happens and I forget what I'm doing, right? I'm implementing my 5-second rule, and I'm going to be, and boom, and I'm going to change and do this, right?
Yeah.
For me personally, I'd be like, okay, we're going to have a great podcast today. I'm going to remember everything today. But if I stumble on a word, I'm not going to let it psych me out, and I'm just going to, like, make a joke and move on, or I'm just going to forget it. Stop. That's PD. I'm out, and move on to something else. So I think we have to have that. But this one blew my mind. And this was kind of a first for me, and I'm going to make a funny joke about it on one of my morning things. So my wife was looking for our car keys yesterday. Okay, true story. And she couldn't find the keys to my Jeep. So I have a Jeep, and I haven't driven much. And she's like, well, where did you put the keys to the Jeep? And I'm like, well, there must be in my jacket pocket or on the hook where they're supposed to go.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. So they're never there anyway. So I said, come on, they're never there. They're going to be on the shelf, on the counter, on my desk. They're somewhere. The hiding places where they're going to be. She said, I've checked the hiding places. I've checked every pocket. There's no keys to the Jeep. And I'm like, well, then someone stole them. Now our kids are all moved. I don't have any kids at all. Everybody's moved out. Unfortunately, we're not like you. We have no grandkids yet. So, I said, well, somebody stole them. She said, well, who stole them? Somebody must have broke in the middle of the night, stole the Jeep keys. And she's like, the Jeep's in the garage. I'm like, okay, well, they're coming back for it. So we'll just have to be on guard. So there has to be something there. But we found them. Yeah, we found them. And I found them. And it happened. I wasn't looking for them. And you know where they were? Take it. I don't know. Where could they be? I don't know.
In a laundry basket.
That would have been cool, because I could have said they fell out of my pocket.
I was trying to give you an escape, right?
They were in the freezer.
What? Do you have a big freezer
above the freezer? No, we have a stand, like the freezer above the fridge.
Your kitchen freezer.
Yeah, above the fridge, in the freezer, in the fridge, in the basement.
So what do you typically go in the freezer for on a consistent basis, do you think?
Nothing.
Or do you?
No. Oh, I do. I have one. I do. You know what this one I do? Oh God, I love ice cream, but no,
So do I.
I love ice cream so much. But I think I'm a little lactose too. So now as I get older, it hurts. But I'm eating those little um, see, got it. Done. Boom. Lost it. It's in my head. I can see them. They're little, like, not wontons, but they're like little soup dumplings from Costco. Oh my God, they're yummy.
I've had those. They are yummy.
Holy gosh. So there's some in the freezer. So I have ventured in the freezer for those.
Okay.
But they're not in that freezer. We kept them in another freezer. So
Yeah.
I have no reason to be in the freezer in the freezer of the fridge in the basement. The only thing there's nothing there. There's some ice cubes in there.
Were you
Don't know when I did
sleepwalking,
it.
or you have no
Nope.
idea?
No,
No
why?
recollection.
Well, we sleep in the same bed, so she would have known that I was on a bed. Like she's light sleeper.
Yeah.
So no clue, man.
Wow.
No clue, no recall, no nothing. Gone. Now that's kind of flippy. Now again, I go back to I've been blaming Parkinson's for misplacing things. Like and I think it's more a lack of just don't put them in the right place. Do you ever put things in funny places or forget where you put things? Or are you like, look at you. You're
Not
just
too
like,
often.
I'm feeling really bad, Brian. This is really coming into a moment here where you're going to need to counsel me, because everything I've come up with, you don't have that problem, which is great. Don't get me wrong, but you've never put, oh man.
So I'm sitting here trying to answer this question as if Lori was answering it, and I don't think she can come up with. I don't.
No. What do you?
Typically,
okay, so where do you have brain fog? So you might forget where you are. Right?
I can be in the middle of a great conversation.
Okay.
And you've asked me a really good question, and I think I have a really excellent response to it. And I'm talking away, and then all of a sudden I go, Nick, and I don't get it back until 2 a.m. when I wake up, because I blurt out wristwatch, whatever it was, right?
Oh yeah, and there it is.
Totally. It's crazy. I'm going through this great diatribe, and I'm impressing myself, and then I'm gone.
Well, you're being the expert generalist. Like you are like, and you're kind of looking at yourself.
I'm on point.
He's the expert. That's him. Like you're living up to the title.
That's why they call me that. Right.
Nailed it. Exactly.
It's humbling. It's humbling.
I did that. Oh, and I trust me, I get that totally. It's so funny, and I think that again, that for what we talked a few things last week with Dee about as well. It's sort of for me. I think the more I'm transparent about, I feel like sometimes if I come and I warn people ahead of time, right? We should almost start this podcast with hey, it's Bryce and Brian, and just so you know, we're both guys with Parkinson's, right? 15 years in, 10 years in, we this is us. Here it is. So if you see us like freeze up, it's okay. It's just the Parkinson's, and just hang in there. Don't your screen didn't stall or your audio didn't skip. Just wait 1 second, we'll come back. And the more transparent up front we are in the beginning, it's like then it's almost like, hey, when it happens, they're just like, oh, that's just him. He's just
a permission slip at that point, right?
Yeah, it's almost like you're asking for. I'm pre-telling you that if this happens, you can't laugh at me, because you know what I mean. Like you know that
right.
You don't need to feel embarrassed. I don't need to feel weird about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's it. I think that's what we are having that escape plan, right? Being upfront and forward and even pre-forward about it. So I'll tell you an example of that. So I again, I work with Parkinson's Canada, and I've been dealing a lot with other provinces and stuff. We were meeting with in BC, in Vancouver, with Parkinson's BC, and so I had this big meeting. I had all these people there, all these people from Parkinson's BC, and I'm bringing us together. We're talking about things we could work together and things that we're thinking about doing, and all this kind of cool stuff. And they're a great organization, and I'm like, and so I'm kind of like, I'm like the maestro of I'm in the back going, and I'm leading everybody through these talks, and right in the middle of it, Bryce goes like, why did we come together again today?
Wow.
Just like that.
So relate to that. Absolutely.
Yeah. And I realized, and then I'm like, whoa. But then it's like, and then so my team, the people on my team, which I've told, and here's the triggers, here's what's happening, and I tell them out front, like, if you see me doing this, you see me start blabbing, because you see this happening, you need to step in, right? And so it was interesting because I went, and so now, so as that was happening, but I can sometimes catch it. I take a step back and go, oh yeah, right. Sorry, we're talking about this, and then I'm good again. I can start doing it again. But now, I said, when you see that happen, the next time I have that glazed look over my face, like I'm looking and I start looking at the room quickly, like I kind of glance around. I have a thing, and I've caught it. I've noticed it. I go like this. I kind of go like when I'm searching for a word in my head with you and I'll look up and I'll look up.
Right.
So Brian, so if you see me doing this, I'm looking for that word, and it might not come. So what I've told them to do at that moment is that's your cue. Like just stop and hey, why don't we talk about this? And that's cool, and they're good with that. And but it becomes like almost fun now. It's like almost a joke, like because they want to jump in, right? Because I'm a kind of a time hog, but and so again, it's being prepared to being prepared and telling everybody around me what to look for.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
and you can do it in your care partner too.
Cool. Well, that's being vulnerable, right? That's you're putting yourself out there to say, I am broken, and this is what broken can look like. If you see me approaching that zone, pull me in, right? Like
I'm sure Lori knows with you. If she's walking into the mall with you, and all of a sudden you stop and you start going like this, like she knows. Okay, Brian, you don't know where you are, or you forgot why you're here.
Yeah, if we're in the mall and we're walking, I'm a fast walker. So she gets frustrated because she doesn't keep up with me and I don't slow down. So if she can keep up with me in the mall, I've got a problem. Something right. Totally.
There you go. So so she's wishing you got the shuffle part, the slow down. See, me and Lori could hang. Me and Lori could hang.
Totally, and I'm never putting you two in the same room.
Because you and my wife can drink. You guys can go to the races. Like you guys want to race. When I go to the mall with my wife, I'm like, can I have a number, please? And she's like, what do you mean? I was like, I need a bib, bibby or whatever, with the number on it because we're in a race. Like we're racing. Why are we racing through the mall? I said, I'm just walking. I'm walking at a normal, calm pace so we can talk and have a sip of my coffee and we just hang out together. And I'm like, why are we racing? Is that you?
Yeah, slow walkers are shoppers. And fast walkers are buyers. I'm in the mall. I'm going to that store because it has what I need. I'm not going to stop at the shoe store if I'm going to buy a pair of pants.
Come on, I love shopping. I mean, I'm there. I'm there. I mean, I honestly, I like to shop, but only when I'm in the mood. So I can be both. But but here's the frustrating part. When I'm the buyer, okay, I'm trying to go fast. I can't go fast. I mean, I'm racing through that mall in my mind, and in true reality, I'm just making my way through it.
I love it.
Oh Lord, that's amazing. So I think that those attention spans. The other thing for me, though, so again, I think that it all boils back to, and if I really think about it, and I really get to it, is when I am tired physically, and when I'm tired mentally, my symptoms are off the chain.
Agreed.
Like they are going wild.
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
100%.
So not alone there. And if you're in the comments, if you're you can relate, let us know too. Because sometimes Brian and I were like sitting back going, "Oh my gosh, like is that just us?" And you might be sitting there saying, "Is this just me?" But no, it's not.
Yeah.
And that fatigue is just awful, right? And not like you're tired enough.
Right.
Yeah. And now it's like tired on top of tired.
I wake up tired.
Right.
I go to bed exhausted. I wake up tired.
Yes, I am so with you. Yeah, I go to bed tired and wake up exhausted. I feel like someone once told me there was somebody I've talked to somebody who believed that you lived your dreams out like in the middle of the night. So if you've been running out in your dream all night, you wake up just so tired and exhausted. I said, well, my God, I must be maybe it's I'm sleepy. I'm so slow all day long that in my dreams I'm just like running marathons and I'm punching walls out and I've got my strength back. I'm doing things that that maybe I don't do as well now. I don't know what it is, but I'm the same as you. I just wake up like literally like thinking to myself, I need some sleep. Like I wake up saying I need sleep, and that's rough, right? Totally. And I think that takes a toll on us big time.
Well, you don't want to open that door either, because if you start napping, you're going to impede your sleep down the road that evening. So I do I call chair naps, where I close my eyes for 10, 15 minutes, but I'm not getting on the couch or in the bed to have a full core nap. I'll suffer through if I have to.
Wow.
On the hope that I will have a better night's sleep.
Because you're afraid if you have too much sleep during the day, that you're going to waste it at night, right? It's not going to happen. Yeah, I
Totally.
know. I feel that way too. I'm not a napper though. If I go to sleep, I'm done. If I go to sleep, I'll be down until or I used to be anyway. I don't even really know I don't remember what that feels like. But Brian, I'm telling you, have you tried that spray stuff I was talking about yet? That
I haven't.
magnesium spray?
No, I got to write that down.
You need to get there. Well, in the description, there's this link. You can link in the description to that. But I'm not saying it for that reason. I'm only saying that because I don't know, man. It works. For me, it does.
Hey,
for me, it does.
You
For
know
me,
what?
it does.
It doesn't work for me unless I try it. So I got to try it.
And it's not expensive. It's like cheap.
Yeah,
It's
on
really
Amazon,
cheap.
right?
Yeah, it's on Amazon. The link's there. You can click through it, and we do
Cool.
get a small commission on, but it doesn't matter. It's not about that to me. It's really literally about
helping others. So
it's
help
so
others.
weird to me. Like, it's just weird. It's weird to me that it works.
Yeah,
Like, it almost maddening that
I'll try
works. So anyway, give it a shot. If I'm in Toronto, I bring it to Toronto, and I'll give you some of my bottle there because I'm telling you, this thing is crazy. But I did find the game changer. I found the game changer for my memory fog.
Okay.
And Brian, this thing is flipped my world upside down. It's the pill bottle timer cap. Oh
Really?
my God, Brian. I'm and this is no like this is I am not kidding. Somebody in one of the videos put in the comments because we're talking about this forgetting things and mindfulness. And one of my biggest problems with my mindfulness is when did I take my pills? How long did I take my pills? Did I take my pills? When my wife's like, I got alarms go off and everything. And my wife will say, "It's time for your pills." I'm like, "Yeah, I know. I'll take my pills, right? I'll get them." And I'm a little distracted. I'm trying to finish something off, and then I'll forget, and then I'm like, "Wait a second! I can start feeling some off coming. Did I take my pills? I have no memory if I took my pills or not." This pill cap timer thing, it's the simplest thing, but it goes on top of the pills. And like, for example, it's a timer. So it tells me the last time that this pill bottle was open. So in other words, I take my pills at like 3:00 or at a certain time, right? Let's say
so do I.
It works. Okay. So it works for me, I'm in 3-hour increments, right?
So am I.
Some people take them at 8 and noon, right?
Yeah,
but it works for both because what happens is you open your levodopa, okay? You take your pills, you close the timer, you close the cap and set it down. And it starts the timer. And so when you look at your pills, it says it'll say 2 hours it's been 2 hours and 10 minutes since I took my pills.
So I took them the next time because
game changer, man.
Yeah.
Game changer. And it happened just the other day. My wife said, "Time for your pills." I said, "Yeah, I know. I'll get them. And then a little bit of time went by, and I said to her, "Did I take my pills?" She goes, "Well, look at your bottle." And I looked at my bottle. It said 3 hours and 33 minutes.
Yeah,
I didn't take them. I opened up, crack, them, gone. Game changer.
Nice.
Nuts.
So you take your prescription of levodopa and put it in these special containers.
Yeah, or it can fit on a container you have.
Oh, wow.
It depends. Like I got there's different kinds. The one that I put in the description is the one I bought. They're not expensive, and it's just its own pill bottle. Yeah, you can do that. Or if it fits your cap, you just put it right on your cap.
Wow.
And it just, dude, for people that suffer that brain fog and memory thing, it's changed me. It's my wife right now. She said, "I cannot believe that it's been this long since and you did not have those."
Nice.
And so somebody, and I thank you, I got to go back and look at those comments because somebody like, my wife's like, "If you ever wrote that comment, you need to send them a coffee cup. You got to send them a mug." that was ratifying. So unbelievable. I can't say it enough.
That's awesome.
That was the one thing I always struggled with.
I'm sure there's lots of people out there with that challenge, right? Taking your meds. Absolutely.
So, and the problem was I always leaned on the side that if I didn't remember taking them, I should take them anyway. Okay.
Right.
Okay. And so I've noticed this month particularly, before I got the cap, right? Like this month, I've been so busy, right? I've been doing different things and interviews and stuff that, I've just kept forgetting, did I take them or not? And my wife has been really busy at her job, so she hasn't been here as much. So she's like, "Did you take them, Jacob?" I'm like, "Okay, if I didn't, I can't remember. I'd rather take them and have too much than too little." But then I realized that I now know when I've taken too much because I go, I mean, I talk like I may talk fast today, right now, maybe talking really fast. That's my normal. But man, I'm telling you, when I take too much extra meds,
Yeah.
I am rapid fire, and I am jumping from like I'd be like, "Hey Brian, that's a really great, that's a great purple shirt you have on. Hey Brian, I really like the way you use that the expert knowledge, or the general expert generalist. Hey Brian, do you know that we've been like I go wild,
Wow.
yeah." And so I caught myself doing that this week. So
It's like a sugar rush almost.
it's. I was going to say something else. I'm like, either I took some sugar powder or some other type of powder. Like I've never done that, but I'm telling you, I'm sure that's what it feels like, because I am flying. Like I don't realize, like, I feel fine. Everything's cool.
Right.
But my brain's going so fast. So
yeah, I find some comedians hard to follow because they're so quick. Like Robin Williams was like that. The guy was brilliant. Yes. Right?
I love it.
I know some people will watch a comedian like that and go, I can't keep up to him. So they don't get the joke or the humor, because he's on joke 5 and you're still trying to figure out how he finished number 1.
Yeah, or I just caught number 1. I'm like, oh, I see what he meant. Then I'm laughing. I forget. So I missed 5, right?
Exactly.
But Robin Williams, to me, it's always get your hand ready on the rewind button, because it was like, because he goes, you're right, it was like rapid fire, right? And from one subject to the next to the next. So that's it. You nailed it.
He was an expert generalist, because he could talk about almost anything and put humor around it. It was phenomenal. But yeah.
So there you are. So I'm like a Robin Williams. That's what it is. When I have a little bit too much levodopa, I'm like Robin Williams. That's not so bad.
He was diagnosed with Lewy bodies.
He was. That's right too.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
Don't know what took me there, but I'm back now.
Yeah.
No kidding. That light was over there for a second, I'm sure.
I think it's fun to chase rabbits every once in a while. It's like you just kind of go down this trail, and I think it's pretty cool. I was about to go, hey, Mork for Mork or whatever. Like how far back can Robin Williams go? Oh, that's amazing. I didn't know you like Robin Williams. You're like a comedy guy.
Huge fan.
He's amazing. He cracked me up. I always said that I could never be a comedian. Like I could never be a comedian, but I like to laugh. I've always liked to laugh. And I think that I find humor in so many things that when my children got older, they started saying to me, they said, Dad, your life is like a cartoon. And I'm like, I don't know what you mean. Like the things that you get into and the things that happen to you are like a cartoon. And I said, I don't know what are you saying? Are you making fun of me? Are you making fun of your dad? They're like, no, it's like they used to like to watch what was it the Bugs Bunny and those kind of things, and the Bugs Bunny would be chasing the Roadrunner, and then they just throw like this little circle on the ground, like a black circle, and it was a hole, and they'd fall the Wile E. Coyote would go down the hole. They said, that's like you, Dad. They're like he said you do the craziest things, get in the craziest predicaments, and you got this little thing and you just throw it on the ground and you just jump through the hole and nothing happens, nothing. It's like, that's really weird. But I think I'm just curious. I just bring it up. I'm just a curious cat.
Yeah, I think curiosity is a good thing. Absolutely.
I think so too. Right? I really do. I really, really do. Well, you know what? I think that I think we should leave it right there. I think it's been a good show.
It's been a great show. The author of The Monkey Sold His Ferrari was Robin Sharma.
Robin
Sharma. Yeah, he's. I believe he's from Toronto. Robin Sharma is a very talented individual. He's got a number of books. I think his last one was the 5 a.m. Club. But his books are highly motivating. Highly, I would suggest people check it out.
Cool. All right. Well, that's perfect. I mean, that's really good. And it was called The Monkey and the...
No, the Monk Who Sold His Ferrari.
Excuse me. The monk that sold his Ferrari.
You and the monkey. Go to the zoo and get it out of your system.
Well, you know what it is. I'm seeing monkeys flying around in my head right now. So now it's all about the monkeys, right? Brian and the monkeys.
The flying monkeys from the Wizard of Oz. They were scary things.
Well, you know what? Well, let's leave it there. And thank you so much for watching today. Thank you. I hope you had a good time as well. And again, you're dealing with brain fog. Maybe take some of those little quick hits, right? Little like Brian's. I love that. I love Brian's exit, right? That 5-second rule. I'm going to use that. I actually really, really like that. So let's do that. And again, love you to take place or to come. And here we go. Here comes Brian. See, I'm walking. You know, what was I going to say? Shaky, Fakey. right? We want a viewer. We want a
Yes.
viewer. We want the viewer. Brian,
I
challenge
want
them,
to-
Brian.
I want to be stretched, challenged, and motivated to get even better as an expert generalist, because I think I've been slacking out there. So prove that I'm a slacker, and let's have some fun while we do it.
I love it. All right. Well, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and join us up and get in. We're fun guys to hang out with. It'll just be fun.
Absolutely.
But until next week, stay strong, stay kind, and hey, stay in motion. We'll see you later. Thanks, Brian. Talk to you later.
You did it. You made it through another episode of Life in Motion. That's 20 to 30 minutes you could have spent folding laundry, Googling your symptoms, or rearranging the 14 pill bottles on your nightstand. Instead, you hung out with Bryce and Brian. That's friendship. Or questionable time management. Either way, we're grateful. Be sure to follow the show. Leave a review. Or just yell, "I have Parkinson's and I'm fabulous," into your backyard. We'll hear you. Probably. New episodes drop regularly, unless we both forget. Until next time, keep laughing, keep shaking things up. And if you find our train of thought, please return it.